Great cities don't suddenly appear. Great cities are created over decades by men and women who deeply care about the places where they live and work. They care about their schools and churches, about the little things we take for granted, but which ensure that our beaches are clean, our streets safe, and our homes secure. Like a great cathedral, a great city is the result of generations of citizens contributing to something greater than their own well-being. Their work is a monument to the best in us and to our belief in a civil society. San Diego is becoming a great city through the voluntary efforts of men and women who came here to create a safe, caring, and beautiful city. They exemplified what is called volunteerism. Alexis de Tocqueville used the word volunteerism to identify the uniquely American ideal of community service. He wrote that it was the secret of our success as a democracy. He visited these shores in 1830 to discover why this perilous experiment in liberty had succeeded against all odds. He concluded that liberty flourished because it was accompanied by social responsibility, a willingness to sacrifice for the commonwealth. He was astonished that common citizens would voluntarily establish schools, libraries, hospitals, places of worship, and the other institutions that make up the fabric of a community. And 70 years after de Tocqueville's visit to America, Rotary was founded when Paul Harris brought together a group of businessmen in downtown Chicago. While meeting initially for social purposes and for what is now called networking, Rotary soon evolved into the world's first service club, an organization whose purpose is to strengthen community through service. In 1911, Ernie Shields, who had known the founders of Rotary in Chicago, called together 11 men to form the world's 33rd Rotary Club, San Diego Rotary. At the time, San Diego was in the midst of planning the most important event in the city's history, the Panama, California Exposition in Balboa Park. Among the contributors to the exposition's enormous success were current and future members of San Diego's fledgling Rotary Club. Aubrey Davidson, president of the exposition, John Spreckles, a major underwriter, and Charles Collier, the event's director. The 1915 exposition made possible the modern city of San Diego, and it happened because of San Diego Rotary. In the next decade, Rotarians had a major role in shaping the city. George Marston, successful merchant and visionary, was also one of the city's most generous philanthropists. Billy Kettner, who represented San Diego in the Congress for many years, was responsible for the development of both the Naval Training Center and the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. Colonel Ed Fletcher's tireless efforts in water resource development and highway construction provided the infrastructure necessary for growth into a major city. Other civic leaders from the first decade, whose descendants are still prominent in Club 33 in addition to the Fletchers, are the Jessups, the Claubers, and the Frosts. Club historian Joe Howard wrote, "Club 33 was an important means by which public-spirited men could get things done." Getting things done is the consequence of leadership, the quality Robert Greenleaf coined servant leadership. Servant leaders are those who lead by serving, who understand the possibilities of each person and the noblest goals of institutions, and work to help fulfill those goals. San Diego Rotary has been in the business of creating servant leaders. New Rotarians, the Red Badgers, are inculcated with the mission and goals of Rotary within their first few weeks of membership. They soon learn that this is an organization dedicated to world understanding and peace and to the well-being of their local community. Club 33 Rotarians contribute generously to the Rotary International Foundation, which annually donates more than $100 million to attack hunger, illiteracy, and disease in the world's poorest countries. But Rotary offers financial aid and servant leadership to organizations and causes in the city of San Diego as well. Thousands of hours of service are given through the 55 committees Club 33 has established. Rotarians are engaged in club service, community service, vocational service, international service. Servant leadership is the business Rotary is in, constructing the city through generations of commitment to community. The record is extraordinary. At the time Club 33 was pouring its efforts into the 1915 exposition, it also made its first venture into its commitment to youth with the establishment of the San Diego Council of the Boy Scouts of America and later the Big Brothers organization. After the First World War, Club 33 turned its efforts to establishing the Armed Forces YMCA and giving leadership in erasing a crippling $150,000 debt on the Boys YMCA building. Rotarian Jay Gould founded Community Chest, which was the predecessor body to the United Way and was its first president. For the remainder of the century, Rotarians provided leadership to that organization's efforts in raising millions of dollars to support the community's nonprofit service agencies. One could lift up any social service agency, any educational institution, any arts and cultural organization, and Rotarians have led the way through servant leadership. Today, Rotarians are still involved in every segment of the city's life. And as a club, we have established continuing leadership in San Diego youth projects such as Monarch High, Camp Enterprise, school partnerships. And across the border, San Diego's greater community, Club 33 has partnered with fellow Rotarians in Tijuana, Ensenada, and the towns where the Mercy Outreach Surgical Team takes its medical miracle. As we move headlong into the new world of the 21st century, where knowledge or information is the new wealth, and information technology the tools of wealth creation, one thing will remain constant. Community will be created by servant leaders who will bring out the best in us and in the institutions necessary for meaningful life. It has been those servant leaders in the last century, men and women of Rotary, who have worked toward the creation of a vibrant and great city we call San Diego. It will be organizations like the Rotary Club of San Diego that will continue to build San Diego into a great city by nurturing new generations of servant leaders, upholding the ideal, service above self.